Hello and welcome to Let's Play me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. I guess we can say before we start, if you're interested in this game, you can get it on Steam. Sometimes I feel like I should because it's a visual furry novel, or furry visual novel, but then it's also like, well, it is available on Steam. Maybe other places. I didn't actually look. But I did get on Steam. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we concluded the vision with some dude, Savi or whatever, stabbing what's his name in the chest, and he disappeared and turned him into spirit armor, and then killing us in the dream, and then we're back to reality. And there's a rabbit boy who is a scholar, but is a scribe in training, and all that stuff. In my home, not much more to say. I know it's a mess inside, but I'll have to fix that later. Maybe Fontaine and I could have a private word inside.
A bit bigger than my house, but mine has more rooms. Which is better, though? More rooms or more space? My interior design books don't really cover that aspect.
Yeah, I guess both agree. It depends on what you need, really.
The master has spoken. I guess it's true, though. Work with what you have. And if you don't have it, someone else surely will.
I must be blessed with peaceful neighbors. I never heard a single peep come from next door. Fontaine's lad, but thankfully he lives across the street. That was one thing I liked about living in college, for most of it, was that I thought that the rooms were empty because I didn't hear jack shit from next door. What time is it? Well, hopefully, YouTube doesn't penalize me for that. And, well, yeah, it always will. But, then, unfortunately, during the last semester or two, some loud person moved in next door. I almost had just gotten to a fight with him, but now I live at home. So, yeah, with him next door, I'd probably die of sleep deprivation.
Aw, are you thinking about me? I saw the way you looked at me just now. Give it to me straight. What's going on?
You're obnoxiously loud. I'm thinking about how much fun you must be.
I guess you could say that, yeah. Being a scribe in training is pretty hard work. It's fun to unwind after everything is said and done.
He laughs and turns away from me. There's a hint of blush on his face, but he covers it up. He's quite reckless in his youth, but he somehow knows about different generations and wrote in books that are now outdated. Isn't that almost everyone? And this is Valinor's post office at the end of the road. And just wide notice. This is a post here, and we all have boxes. Sometimes it's easier to catch someone for mail when they're busy. I haven't checked my box in a while, but I rarely get any messages. How do you not get any messages as a Cirrus? Or soon-to-be Cirrus? I only really interact with Valencian Frontame. We can't carry out our duties unless we're together in person. If I got mail from someone else, it'd likely be junk. People send junk mail in these medieval times? If Mylus needs me, he'd come to me in person too.
There's a village-wide notice posted about your induction. I think you'll have quite the audience later tonight, Cirrus. There's a big party planned afterwards too, dancing and all.
Just going full on that rabbit hog. That's what a rabbit meat would be called, if you know what I mean. I hope we're attending.
You bet! It's supposed to be the party of a lifetime. Quite literally, as there's only one seer or Cirrus per generation. If I were you, I wouldn't make any important plans tomorrow.
Per generation, but that would mean there would be multiple of them unless Cirruses don't live too long. Because you can have multiple generations alive at the same time, right? Higher up you live, the more you have to pay. Houses up there with great views are way too expensive. Of course, Elder happily lives above everybody else. Thankfully, that's not reflected in the way he treats us. I noticed the streams of water are in full flow today. We siphon off water from falls higher up in the mountains. That's how we fill the water tank each and every day. Each morning, every citizen does a water run, so to speak. These runs are the requirement for everyone in Valinor. Without them, the tank would overflow and flood our village. I should do mine before it gets too late, actually. One person might not matter, but that's a bad mentality. So don't do the job. Anything else? Tree branch. I was seeing Fontaine up there, just passing the time. Climbing up trees in Valinor is his #1 hobby. He always talks about how he'll climb the grand tree one day. Okay, what happens if I press tab? Oh, no. It seems like we clicked on all the things, right? Character's not in your party. Whoever it is. Okay. I guess we go here now. Town Esquao. So that's a thing? Huh. Why is it that the water flows into this thing, but doesn't flow like have an overflow valve out of it? Just saying. Town Square is a serene and beautiful place like usual. Far cry from what I saw in last night's vision. Take a deep breath and relax. We're all safe.
Hey, nice to see you again. I was starting to worry you might be late. Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
Good, because I have to tell you about a horrible vision. She runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. Glance over at Fontaine, and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my, is this a hint of romance I see? And in public too? People will start to talk.
Oh, let them talk. We're in love. Haven't you heard? How we rock each other's world.
Shut it, Fortum! Nobody asked you. I was just excited to see the Cirrus. Remember how special today is?
Yeah, very special. Oh, asked before. Oof. Okay, so that is being a meanie. So what if there's something between us? Yes.
Whoa, I was just joking around. If you're serious, then I'm kinda jealous. But I guess there's more important matters at hand. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
I didn't mean to hurt him. I was just being like, so what if we're in love? And etc. etc. I don't want to be a jerk. He runs off it to the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I could talk with Valencia. We need to meet up with Mylus so they could hear about my vision.
I swear, Fortum can be so insufferable. Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do. He keeps things interesting, to say the least.
Actually, I kind of have a thing for him. I mean, I don't know. Can you really have it? I mean, yeah, there was that dawn chorus where I looked at that deer. I haven't looked at all my options here. He's kind of annoying. Can't we all just get along? I haven't actually looked at all the characters you can romance here. It would be cheating to look at all the characters you can romance here. It is... Yeah, how about we click that one? I feel bad that you can't just scroll back choices. I'd have to actually load a thing. Hopefully this isn't too meany.
Hey, I'm just joking around. We're best friends. We're supposed to poke fun. Either way, something about this doesn't add up to me. Fortum would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision, didn't you?
Yep, a really bad one.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why. Should we go to the Grand Tree then? It might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us. Whoa,
You
you're
have to go.
starting to creep me out, Cirrus. Involving the Elder? That's very serious.
Yeah.
But I trust your judgment. I really do. Let's grab Fortum and head to Mylus' place. If it's actually that bad, you should be there with us. Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
Okay, we'll just put on the don't panic alarm. Yes, has permanently joined your party. Like before, new content has been locked in old areas. But a new feature, parallel choices, has also been unlocked. A brief tutorial on that will follow after this dialogue window. It is a living place, living, breathing place. Through the story, this takes place from your perspective. A large cast of characters is always up to something. On the top left of the applicable maps, you can view subplots by clicking on the character icon. You can do these in any order. It is recommended to do them in the order you see them. Okay, so it's like I see my thing, but I can also see other people's stuff. Okay, let's click on the guy. Yes. Damek and Ulrich gathered in town square come morning. The run of Valinor would be long and hard and full of and fraught with danger. But this time, Damek was certain he'd sent the right man.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? It's not too late to ask for some escorts.
He has a very boopable nose.
Yes, Damek, stop asking. I'll be fine. And I'm well aware of the dangers. Bringing more people would just put them in harm's way.
Well, forgive me for caring. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. If the attack is imminent, you'll have to rush.
Comfortable, but yeah, you're gonna be attacked, and I'm having
I
to tackle
expect it'll
them.
take me under a day. I'll arrive in the dead of night or maybe early morning. Seeking out the CRS will be the first thing I do.
It's quite seamless.
Fantastic, then things will go perfectly. Make sure to give the rest of the town a heads up. You can all evacuate together. You'll blend right in.
It is kind of weird that they put in the name. You can put in the name, but they just put Cirrus anyways.
But remember, you need to stop by Mylus and grab the blade. Otherwise, the Triumvirate will seize it when they attack. If I'm honest, I don't think we stand a chance without it.
I can't believe they're attacking Valinor. The occupation of Mazeo is still so fresh. Thankfully, they haven't found us yet.
Right under their noses, just as we should be. I'm going to meet with the mayor after this, actually. I'll see about fully claiming those underground tunnels. Whatever they were digging for, they've stopped. I think it would make a fine base of operations. Getting the deed shouldn't be too difficult.
Wait, you mean we'll have a new home? No more sleeping on the hard tavern floor?
Yeah, she'll be sleeping on the hard cave floor.
Never again. It's time we get established. I have some large shoes to fill as the general. The first step is finding us a fitting home.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. But one last thing before I go. Is it true what I've heard about Mylus?
Absolutely, so please be kind to him. He'll be a valuable ally in the coming days.
If he survives.
Best of luck on your vacation, Ulrich.
Trust me, I wish that's what it was. But I'll try retrieving the CRS and the blade as soon as possible. Good luck with the mayor. I think you'll need it.
Why didn't she just try to retrieve the Cirrus and not,
But coming back to a home with
Blade.
an actual battle plan? It's starting to feel like our cause has some real weight to it. I feel bad for doubting you, Damek. You're doing a great job.
Oh, I didn't think that was it. Okay, let's see what the bad guys are doing. So he entered the chambers of the Triumvirate unprompted. For Hallen had extracted the information they desired. They raised their hoods and turned to him scoffing. Hint of aggression on their quickly concealed faces.
Sylvie, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Halen has finished his interrogation, Masters. I thought it would be wise to relay the results. unless you were plotting behind our backs.
Plotting? No, no, no.
We would never do such a thing. Information is granted to you as we see fit. If you are left in the dark, it is not permanent. But please, tell us what Aelin discovered. We have a feeling our theories are similar.
Yes, of course. The Exodus Wielder is located in Valinor. I am ready to launch our attack at a moment's notice.
How do you know this? Oh, wait, you interrogated the guy.
Good. Then it is time you hear the rest. Valinor is just a small part of our larger plan. We see no more reason to withhold this information.
That much was obvious, Masters. Why did you keep it from me for so long? Aelin and I are more than loyal enough.
Sophie, this is not a matter of loyalty. We are sure you'll understand when you hear. It would not be wise to doubt our word.
Yes. My apologies. Nobody likes being left in the dark. I will ensure my words sound less doubtful. If there is a greater plan at play, I am honored. I find no greater pleasure than serving your cause. So please, tell me what you wish, and it will happen.
We've led you to believe that Valinor is our goal. However, it is just the beginning of a much larger plan. Today, you will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
It's a furry convention. Also, can we roll back just a sec? I was trying to roll back, but I guess you can't. Tap, 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 tap.
So, Aelin,
We would never. But
yeah, that much was...
Sophie,
If there is...
we've led today. You will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
I don't see a thing where I can hide, but, okay, it kind of does look like he... There's a buckle down here, just it doesn't look like there was much underneath, if you know what I mean. Anyways, water tank. Oh, it's in a steady rate. That is a sign that it's gone full and requires attention. For a moment, I'm glad that so much water is in the center of Valinor. If we could somehow redirect the flow, it would easily combat fire. There's a book sitting here. It's wet and stained. Most likely water damage due to the proximity of the tank. When I approach it, Florentine laughs and apologizes to me.
Sorry, I think I dropped that when I was waiting. It's something I picked up from Mylus' house a few days ago. You're free to take it. I have no use for it anymore.
It's also waterlogged.
Mysterious Mazeo. When the Triumvirate occupied Mazeo almost 20 years ago, many people wondered if they did so with an ulterior motive. On the surface, it looked like they wished to rid the region of piracy and those who would break the law. While it worked, many believed that the Triumvirate was slowly becoming tyrannical. There is one very peculiar thing, however. Their general, or mayor, is almost never seen, and the same goes for the honor guard they've placed in Mazeo. Hundreds of soldiers, almost never walking in the light of day. Instead, I've had several reports tell me that they dig in the night, deep underground, as if they're searching for something of importance. Could this be what they wanted Mazeo for? I've branched out of Valinor and started corresponding with some people of note in Mazeo. It seems that even if it had a positive impact, many are against the idea of a forceful occupation. One city, and then the world. I suspect that the people in opposition will soon form their own army. It seems like they want to take Mazeo away from the Triumvirate and place it back in the hands of the people. A noble cause, I say. Valinor must never meet Mazeo's fate. The Elder of Valinor.
These eaves carry water from the falls to the tank. It's completely self-sustained and requires little upkeep. You just have to empty the tank each morning to get our fill. Something we can't live without, so it never goes unused.
Hey, I guess you didn't get to do your water run. You should do it as soon as you get a chance. I finished mine up just before you got here.
was gonna say, yeah, too bad America doesn't have this problem. It has the exact opposite of too much water. You know, droughts. Houses near a tank are reserved for the elderly. Something about minimalizing travel time to a water source. Of course, houses near here are way too humid to be comfortable. Ugh. But for some reason, they don't complain and happily reside inside. I would definitely not want a humid place. You think they would be able to do plumbing?
Try not to waste too much time here, CS. I'm dressed in layers, and this humidity is gross. Wouldn't want to ruin my outfit before your ceremony.
Well, good thing you don't live in Houston, because it bloody sucks. Ground here is paved and dry. It's not wet like the rest of the soil. It'd be the best place for me to stand. Oh, right. Okay, we've done all the things. Let's go. Now to Mylus' house. What is our time? 21. Enter Mylus' house in an aura of purpose. Although they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table, all oblivious to our existence.
We need to have a word.
He doesn't seem to respond and continues his business. Montaigne seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Vanessa gives up and interjects.
Mylus, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams her fist down on the table, startling Mylus. He jumps back a few feet in fright and then laughs. Whatever he was looking at, it fully engrossed him.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
You have a lot of fluff on your side of the face, like almost everyone does. He pushes in the back of his house, a carpeted area, with no chairs in sight. It looks like we'd be sitting on the floor. Make our way over there, questioning just what he meant.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the seers had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
Okay.
What? You can't be serious. You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
Yeah, probably serious stuff happening. I'm taking scene with anger and very upset. I guess Mylus was right. Plans have changed. But the timing along with my vision was odd.
What's going on here, Mylus?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. Cirrus, tell us about the vision you had.
Take a deep breath while we all sit down. That was the moment I told him everything. How Valinor was destroyed by the Triumvirate. I told him about the blaze and the agony. How the man who led the attack had a mythical blade. Not only did he kill Ulrich, but he killed me as well. When I finished my story, I met with silence. They look amongst themselves in shock and confusion. That's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? It was a lot to process all at once. I thought he wasn't supposed to know. Okay, we play it by ear.
Just as I expected. It was only a matter of time before you saw it. That is, if the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. That's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
It is, and unfortunately it's just the start. But there are still some important matters at hand. Before I send you off, I'll tell you everything.
He smiles at each of us before taking a deep breath. I notice large bags under his eyes, signs of unrest. Must be living with his secret for a while.
I didn't want to tell you until you needed to know. I'm just lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valenorth, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry, but what they plan to bring to Valenorth is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
Just like that, the empty armor seemed to imply. So Valenorth did have some relation to the rebellion. And it wasn't just during Mylus' short reign either.
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Mylus. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valenorth the moment he helped them.
Wait, I'll never forgive you because your father did a thing?
Understandable, but this is not my fault. Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
Rebel victory?
The blade that the seeress mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable. But it was not an easy feat to accomplish. In their pursuit of the blade, many people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself. The new leader, Damek, sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the Grand Tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortem. The rebel leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
You mean?
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valenorth's entire history.
I was just thinking that in the previous word thing.
Whoa.
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew and created a large army, large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
I don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valenorth is a dying culture, Valessa. What I am about to tell you must not leave this room.
What is it?
Even
You
more?
know of Salberg, right?
Nope.
How it houses the spirit idol of Valenorth.
Yes, of course. But it's been blocked off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Cirrus, on the eve of your birth, it went dark. Valenorth is living unlimited spiritual energy.
Oh, bugger.
There's no way I believe that, Mylus. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case, Fortem. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last Cirrus we shall ever have.
Heck.
Normally, the spirit idol chooses a child. That child is imparted with a surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, Cirrus, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
Oh, thanks. I knew that there was quite a bit of weight on me, but I didn't think there was that much weight on me.
It sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted and abused them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
I expect that Valenorth will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing, and I don't think the spirits gave up on us. In fact, I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us, the Cirrus, and that blade can save us all.
Back to that blade again? What does that have to do with all of this?
It's not an ordinary blade, as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, in other words, a vast amount of spiritual energy. Cirrus, I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mazeo, and defeat the Triumvirate. I know this is asking a lot of you, but we always follow their lead. Valenorth may be attacked, but we can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the Triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
Well, try to evacuate and/or build defenses or something. Probably evacuate. You know? Also, unjust gods. So, like, you know, religion in general. Yep.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the spirit's absence? And to make sure the Triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it. What we do have, however, is the potential of the Cirrus. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation. Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate.
Oh, good.
We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo. There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers.
So, I feel like the attack would have to be soon, because if the visions are supposed to be are they supposed to be the future that would happen without the visions? Because if that were true, then that means, you know, maybe he's pushing up the timetable because of the vision.
As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it in order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
Stands up and walks away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business. Exchange glances at one another, overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Mylus said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
As opposed to doing what?
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing, even if Mylus didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valenorth.
Okay.
But he said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valenorth for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions. I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Mylus' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
Let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We nod and stand up as well. When attack on the way, we had to move. Mylus would take care of evacuating everyone else. If we got that blade first, Sovi couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then?
Yep.
I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise. There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
Okay, well, that's a good time to call it. So, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. See, a room full of books and people to talk to, and side stuff to do, I guess. Well, anyways, the end of this Let's Play. So comment, because I like comments, and you like, dislike, tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and likes to grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the rest of it grow. Please remember to spend your ammo to help control the pit population. And until next time, Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. See ya.